Cat Spenny. Here's a good lesson, kids. Think before you tweet, because it could really harm your life, especially if you're a political candidate, to put something really stupid out there and really insulting to the state in which you wish to lead. I mean, obviously, if you're just like tweeting memes, right? Shit posting, then go for it. If that's going to be your vibe, I'm not trying to tell you what to say or not. But if you want to run for office in America, well, it's best to not insult Americans. And that's something that is critical in the state of Ohio, which is a state that obviously has seen better days. And it's just a matter of fact. Ohio is just one of those states that is a laggard in a lot of major indicators. People there want good lives, just like anywhere else. They deserve good lives. I have nothing against Ohio. Donald Trump wins Ohio, obviously, by over 10 points in 2024. This is just a dominant performance, a 12-point electoral victory in Ohio. Look at this. President Trump winning, I mean, virtually every county. Was that 5 counties went to Kamala? Yeah, please. So, yeah, Donald Trump just absolutely clowned in Ohio and then went ahead and endorsed Vivek Ramaswamy, who decided to run for governor of Ohio. And Vivek Ramaswamy had a little problem, or is having a problem. Vivek Ramaswamy is sending Ohio voters emails asking for support amid new polling showing that he's trailing his Democrat opponent. How can you trail your Democrat opponent in a state that President Trump won by 12 points and then he endorsed you? This seems to be like a layup, no look, bank shot, easy. Action is running a campaign. This is Vivek's opponent. Ads highlighting Ramaswamy's post where he called American workers lazy and compared their Eastern counterparts in defense of an H-1B visa program. Oh no. So she's running an identity politics campaign against a big time and identity politics moment from Vivek, and it seems to be working. Look at this. New poll from Hart shows that Amy Action, this is the Democrat, lockdown lib, like somebody who shouldn't even stand a chance in Ohio, is actually running a point ahead of Vivek. And what is cited here is Vivek's Christmas Day. Look at this, December 26, 2024. Did you really need to do this? It's Christmas, guy. Just shut up. Can you just put the phones down like on Christmas? This is the problem. Too much like wine. Too many people like getting all antsy during Christmas, getting locked in the house with their families, and they go and post stuff like this. And this should not be posted. I'll just say it. Shouldn't be posted. Okay, I'm no political consultant, but you shouldn't do it. The reason tech companies often hire foreign-born and first-generation engineers over native Americans. Should have just deleted after that line, bro. Should have just deleted after that sentence. Said, this isn't for me. Is because of an innate American IQ deficit. Lazy, wrong explanation. So he's saying that American have an IQ deficit. That's actually 100% false based on all available data. So Americans have on average, white Americans have on average some of the highest IQs in the entire world for like what is considered Pax European countries. So that is wrong, correct. A key part of it comes down to the C word, culture. Tough questions demand tough answers, and we're really serious about fixing the problem. We have to confront the truth. Are we really? What problem is there exactly with our culture? Our American culture has venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long, at least since the 1990s. That doesn't start in college, that starts young. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympian or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. Bro, you got to delete it, man. You got to delete it. Culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World or Zach or Slater over Screech, Saved by the Bell, or Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. Okay, fact, I know multiple sets of immigrant parents from the 1990s who actively limited how much their kids could watch those TV shows precisely because they promoted mediocrity. It's not mediocre. It's not mediocrity to be like a a jock or a prom queen. That's great. That's like American culture stuff. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. More movies like Whiplash, fewer reruns of Friends. I mean, I love Whiplash. It's a great movie. But I'm not sure it's saying what you think it's saying. More math tutoring, fewer sleepovers, more weekend science competitions, fewer Saturday morning cartoons, more books, less TV, more creating, less chilling. Well, I agree with some of these things, like the more books thing. Like, I don't, like, what do you mean? America is like the innovation hub for all of the world. I don't seem there's anything wrong with our culture when it comes to sleepovers or watching Saturday morning cartoons. I feel personally attacked, by the way. Somebody who watched a lot of Saturday morning cartoons. Most normal American parents looked skeptically at those kind of parents. More normal American kids view those kind of kids with scorn. Growing up in aspiring normalcy, normalcy is what you will achieve. Okay, I think normalcy is awesome. Now close your eyes and visualize what families you knew in the 90s, how they raise their kid according to the model versus others. Be brutally honest. Normalcy doesn't cut it in a hyper-competitive global marketplace for technical talent. And if we pretend like it does, then we'll have our asses handed to us by China. This can be our Sputnik moment. We've awakened this from slumber before. We can do it again. Trump's election hopefully marks the beginning of a new golden era in America. Culture needs to wake up. Culture that once again prioritizes achievement over normalcy, excellence over mediocrity, nerdiness over conformity. I think we already do that, right? Like, how many of the world's patents are filed in America, right? Like, America is the entire global stock market. I'm not saying that's the best judge of how things are going, but and that's how we have to cut it. That's the work we have cut out for us, rather than wallowing in victimhood and wishing or legislating alternate hiring practices into existence. No, we absolutely should do that. So yeah, that's just a pretty historic crash out. And it just looks really bad now that the H-1B visa debate is going, heating up again. It just looks extra bad. Vivek's Christmas comments, Americans are too lazy, were a career killer. Looks like it. And they're running hard against Vivek. So this is his opponent. I've lived in poverty. I've seen it. Only a truly out-of-touch billionaire who calls Ohio workers lazy would say that it's basically statistically impossible to end up in these circumstances. He really doesn't understand how rigged the system is. Wow. Vivek says Ohioans are lazy and mediocre. He's wrong. So they're just going to run against him on this. Vivek Ramaswamy's opponent, Amy Action, primary campaign strategy involves continuously quoting Ramaswamy's infamous tweet that criticizes Americans for being lazy and incapable of doing jobs in order to justify H-1B visas. Boy, it's true. Yes. I'm running against a guy, Vivek Ramaswamy, who says that the people struggling in Ohio because they're lazy and mediocre. Oof. Bro. And it's working. She's like a COVID lockdown, like psycho lib. She shouldn't have any chance in Ohio. What a nightmare. This is a generic fundraising pitch. They use random poll to suggest that they need donations. It appeals to boomers. Vivek will win the primary in part because he's willing to play the political game. No. Anyway, and this is a really smart takedown of why this attack works. Right? Vivek's vulnerability on this line of attack. The kill shot proves that Vivek isn't a man of his word if he takes it back, right? If he tries to correct it, he is a man of his word and he meant it, but it's indefensible. We just went through it. I mean, it's a really bad, it's like if you were writing a college essay, but if you're a candidate, it's a really bad thing to say. If you're a candidate and you want Americans to vote for you, this is not the tweet to send. Obviously. I'm somebody who's given advice to Vivek, before when he was bopping around the primaries and stuff. We would roll out. And I was I can't imagine what he was thinking. I don't know. Nobody asked me, though, bro. Nobody asked me. It was Christmas anyway, so I wouldn't have picked up the phone. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. What do you think is going to happen in Ohio? See ya.